Get it!
Welcome to Beats and Eats. Today I'm here with Eddy Price.
I'm here with Garrett.
Eddie.
Garrett, we're gonna eat some falafels.
Yep.
The best falafels in town.
Here with Eddie.
I'm here with Garrett.
We're gonna eat some falafels. Eddy Price. So let's get to it. Alright. So why this restaurant?
Well, I'm on a constant hunt to find a good falafel.
Okay.
Find a really good falafel. And so far, the best one that I've found in this land was up in Chicago.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what neighborhood that was. Down by Oprah's studio.
Was over in there eating?
No, I was doing a show like right down the street, and yeah, so I've been like wandering around the country trying to find a good falafel. This is the best Bloomington has to offer. Yeah.
So what did we order?
We ordered the falafel sandwich. They've got a bunch of other really good stuff on the menu, but I come here for the falafels.
Does food play a part in your music?
Well, we got a song about coffee.
Right.
So coffee plays a part in the music. I don't know that there's anything. I think Filthy and Nasty's got some stuff about food in it, right? Because Filthy is a fat rat and eats a lot of food. Aside from that, I don't know. I mean, pizza obviously is like the main source of fuel, but
so pizza, coffee, falafels.
yeah, and I'm obviously, well, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm off the meat right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, until I get out to California, and I'll eat In-N-Out Burger, and then I'll go back off the meat. Cause I gotta.
So you
I just gotta.
So you want to cleanse your palate before you get
Yeah,
out.
that's basically like this is what I live for.
This one like pilgrimage.
Falafels are my ginger. I guess a big part of my falafel hunt was kind of based on trying to, find a really good one, or at least one that lived up to what I was eating. I lived over in Israel from '85 to '92, and I had a lot of really good ones over there.
Who was your biggest influence in music, locally and broad spectrum?
Locally, I got involved. I mean, going to shows and stuff in Bloomington with like the punk scene, like around would have been like late '90s. So those bands like Operation Cliffclaven and man, who else was around back then? They were bringing a lot of groups through too. Like I think one of the first shows that I went to was a Pansy Division show. A lot of shows at Rhinos, and so locally, just like a lot of like pop punk,
right?
Basically, and then in a broader spectrum, like as far as music that I'm really influenced by. I mean, stuff like Yellow Card and Sum 41, and Hawthorne Heights. Just a lot of like really good, really honest music. Basically anything that they play at the mall.
Any bands that you could buy their shirt at Hot Topic. What genre of music would you like to dabble in outside of your current sound?
I've began to dabble in DJing, a lot of classic dancehall stuff, and I'm kind of working with some sounds right now, like combining what I do. With some of the classic dancehall sounds and like those rhythms and stuff. So yeah, I don't think I trained my voice for rockabilly,
Right.
and so I'm always going to be a rockabilly singer.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I can't produce other things or grab, I don't know, take cues from other styles of music.
Right.
So.
Do you think there's an issue of locally oriented scenes having a certain subculture of elitism? And if so, do you think that there's a way to fix that issue?
Well, for some reason, there's always been like the need to categorize, and people's need to belong to certain groups. A lot of times overrides their, I think, common sense that tells them to get out and explore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame to see, well, I mean, this goes together with the last question, but it's a shame to see people that are creative, like, pigeonhole themselves or getting pigeonholed because of people's need for a group.
Right.
Or a box.
Right.
And yeah, the local scenes are really bad about that. A lot of times, certain promoters won't book certain bands because let's say they specialize in I don't know, indie rock. Mm-hmm. And so they won't book punk rock bands, they won't book hardcore bands.
How do you think that we can rectify that situation? Like,
we can't.
As in a community?
We can't.
Okay.
No.
You think it just exists?
What it comes down to is people are selfish, and they're going to look out for themselves. I think the idea of community is one that we can personally work towards like on a house by house basis. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's anything that like really works on a larger scale.
Right.
Just because of people's selfishness and greed.
What's next for the band?
I'm trying to just stay on the road and make more records, because the records kind of keep us on the road. We are completely independent right now. Mm-hmm. The last record was released through Ars Apothecary, but neither Ars nor we have like a like proper distribution, so we have to stay on the road to distribute our own records.
Right.
And I want to keep recording singles. The next single, the plan right now is to go down to the legendary Sun Studios in Memphis and record the full single down there, bring it back here, polish it up, and release it. And then it'll be another 7-inch, hopefully like within the next few months.
Where can people reach you guys at?
They can email at eddy@eddyprice.com. There's also the website, which is www.empires.com. That's the best place to go. That's kind of like, that's central.
Your hub.
Yeah.
That's Beats and Eats. Thanks. Thanks, Eddie.
Can I do this? No.
Devil fingers.
I don't know what that is. That's probably bad.
Yeah, you make a shot.